Welcome into the final injury report of the regular season for the all-time rosters franchise. We begin with clubs eliminated from the playoffs. Hall of Famer Ray Lewis down for the game against Cincinnati with a meniscus tear. He ranked 5th in the league in tackles with 114 on the season. Arian Foster, a perennial Pro Bowl running back from Tennessee, tears his quadricep but had a fine season for Houston with a bit over 900 rushing yards. Ball hawk Richard Sherman sustained a broken collarbone in the finale against the Cardinals. He finished the season with 2 interceptions and 10 deflections. Solid season as well for the Saints' Marshawn Lattimore, who sustained a partial groin tear in the finale against Carolina. 2 interceptions for the fabulous cornerback out of Ohio State. Starting linebacker, the greatest team in Viking history, the '98 club, out with a partial groin tear in the finale against Chicago. 21 tackles for the linebacker, McDaniel. And our final injury among non-playoff teams is Hall of Famer Andre Reed with an abdominal tear. His number 775 yards receiving. When the Cowboys next play in the divisional round, they'll be down Hall of Fame tackle Rayfield Wright to a season-ending torn hamstring. So Dallas acquires Terrence Newman in free agency to bolster their secondary. Deion Sanders, Mel Renfro, Everson Walls, Cornell Green, and Terrence Newman for Dallas. Ironically, one of the greatest fullbacks of all time suffers a fractured toe on special teams. So a man who played running back and fullback in the 70s and 80s, Pruitt joins Cleveland. Eddie Meter will miss the wild card round with a dislocated ankle. He'll return in the divisional round if the Rams win on Sunday. Will Sherman takes a spot at strong safety for the Rams. And finally, Jack Tatum is out for the season with a broken ankle for the Raiders. So in comes the man who had the greatest receiving season by a tight end in NFL history in 2024, the All-Pro, out of Georgia, in Brock Bowers. Raymond Chester's the 4th-string tight end. One of the toughest players of all time, Ronnie Lott, tore a shoulder labrum against the Rams this week, but he will return when San Francisco plays home in the NFC divisional playoffs. Meanwhile, 3 players returned from injury this week. Cliff Branch was down the last 3 games with a broken thumb. He joins Tim Brown and Fred Biletnikoff for the all-time Raiders when they play in the AFC divisional round next weekend. They've got a bye for the wild card playoffs. Super Bowl champion Jalen Ramsey was down for the last 3 games with a partial groin tear, but he returns to bolster the Rams secondary when they visit Green Bay in the NFC wild card round. Ramsey, Williams, and Irvin lead the way for St. Louis, LA. And finally, Joey Galloway returns for Tampa Bay at the most opportune time after missing 3 games with a dislocated elbow. He is their 5th-string receiver and their number 1 punt returner when Tampa Bay plays host to Chicago in the NFC Wild Card Playoffs. Here's the complete list of injuries for the all-time rosters franchise going into the wild card postseason. Coming wild card games, Rams at Packers and Bears at Bucks. Colts play host to the Chiefs, and the Patriots are at home to battle the Browns in the AFC wildcard playoffs. Stay tuned as we have the greatest players in NFL history countdown coming up this week. Full game coverage and, of course, the wild card round coverage beginning with the highlights this coming weekend. It has been a fabulous regular season. Thank you for joining us throughout. This is the all-time rosters franchise with Charger 95.